Well, hey, it's Bill Harris coming to you from, yes, Pressbox Overtime. I got another great interview this morning. Again, I've tried to do a few this summer, some that have a special connection. And the young lady I'm getting ready to speak to now, we have a little bit in common as far as college is concerned, and I'll point that out a little bit later. Played soccer here at Melbourne High School and MCC, currently plays at Greensboro College. And without further ado, because you didn't tune in to listen to me talk, I'd like to introduce you to Sophia Iorio.
Hey.
Well, hey, thanks for joining me today. You having a good summer?
Yep. Are you?
Listen, I'm retired every day summer, so I am living the dream, as they say. So let me get started real quick. Are you originally from Brevard, or if not, how did you get to the Space Coast?
Yeah, I was born here my whole life.
Okay,
I've been in the same house, so.
Okay, that doesn't happen too often. My wife was actually born here at Wusthof, or Rockledge Regional now, and we moved down here when I was about a year old from Virginia. So we don't see that too often. So you're growing up. At what point in time did the soccer bug bite you that you thought that, hey, this is something fun I'd like to try?
Probably when I was 7, because both my sisters played. So of course my dad put me in there, and it's loving it. So.
You know, we were talking earlier before you came on. So I am curious, since you mentioned that. I coached my daughter 2 years in rec league, I think U8 and U9. And that was simply because, hey, we need coaches. I never played soccer. I knew the ball was supposed to go in the net. That was about as far as I got. And then when she got to U10, she moved up and I put her in somebody else's hands. And I think I coached my son a couple times in rec, whatever it was. So how was that having your dad coach you? Because sometimes when I coached, I didn't know if my kids could separate dad from coach. Did that gel pretty good for you?
Well, when I was obviously really little, he was not my coach. Like when we were in little fields, he was not my coach. Once we started getting to like the bigger fields, that's when he started like becoming my coach. And honestly, it didn't affect me. Like I loved it. I loved him being my coach. I really, really listened to him, like because he knows how to deal with me, obviously. So I didn't ever feel like he was like being more like a dad,
Very
because
cool.
he just, like cares more about like the team rather than just me.
Good.
So I feel like that really like helped me. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Didn't mix it up, I guess. So
Yeah, good. And you played for Indian-Atlantic Force. Did I read that right?
yeah, my whole life, never switched clubs.
Very cool.
So.
Now, so your dad's a lot better than I was. Like I said, I was still learning how to kick the ball and all that stuff. It was just one of those things where they didn't have enough coaches when the kids were little. Does he have a soccer background, or did he just pick it up at a later time or get involved because of your sisters?
He started, I think, getting involved with my sisters because my older sister played, and he's never played soccer. He actually grew up hockey.
Oh, wow.
Life. So I actually don't know what made him get into soccer, but I think he just loved watching like his daughters play, and then he started coaching my older sister, and then my middle sister, and then now me. So it just, I don't know. He went to like lessons and stuff, and he got his like license. So I really don't know what even like got him to start loving it, but he loves it. Like he's watching it.
That's an awesome story. Again, like I said, I coach my kids in a couple things. Never played soccer. I'll be honest with you. I enjoy watching it. As far as even Sunday mornings after church, I'll turn on the English. I've been watching the Copa America and all that kind of stuff, and of course the Olympics coming up. So hats off to your dad that also got the soccer bug that bit him, and moved on from there. So I think one thing we have in common, though we weren't there at the same time, you went to Hoover Middle School. I was there for a few years as the assistant principal before I left and moved on to the district. So I got a little confused yesterday as I was doing my research, and you helped me out with it this morning when we spoke. You went to a couple high schools. So walk me through, where did you start? And during those 4 years, how did that go?
So I started at MCC actually because my dad was my coach. He also coached high school. And his assistant worked at MCC, And so that's what got my dad to coach with him. And then they both coached me in club. So that's where I started. And it was the best year ever. I loved it, played. It was so great. And then the next year at Melbourne High, I knew most of my club players there. And I was like, I kind of just want to go there and try it, mostly all because the different levels of play. I feel like it's a really big factor because MCC is a really small school. So we played schools that were really easy.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff. And then on top of that, my dad kind of something like happened with the coaches and they like got fired. Like one of my coaches like quit, and then my dad obviously wasn't gonna stay. So then I just went to Melbourne High, and it was definitely some really different from MCC. It was really more competitive. You really had to like challenge to play and get a position. And so that year, honestly, sophomore year was not my best year at all. I did not have a good time at all. I really like struggled. I lost like all my confidence. I also didn't play like at all.
Sure.
And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go back to MCC. I was happier there. I'm just gonna go back, give it another shot. So I went there, and me and this other girl on my club team, we played like the whole game, loved it. But then after that, we decided to go to MelHi, me and her, because we were like, we're done with this. Like the competition is not good.
Sure.
And we also, I don't know, it just wasn't really that good. So we went to Melbourne High, and then we graduated there. And senior year was pretty good. I played a lot, so
good.
Yeah,
good.
It was nice.
Well, you know, I appreciate you being honest. I interviewed a buddy of mine a few weeks ago that my age played baseball here, played baseball in college, got drafted by the Major League Baseball. Talked a little bit about confidence, and as far as you know, we all went through it. I was blessed that I had a Spanish teacher at Cocoa High School finally talked me into playing tennis. So I was able to play a couple of years and get a letter. But yeah, confidence is big. And I applaud you that you recognize that and you found out what was best for you. And you're right. Melbourne's got a phenomenal program. You know, you look at them, Merritt Island, Edgewood, Vieira, to name a few in this area. We've got some stout players. Satellite, where my daughter went, they usually made the playoffs, and then they went to Orlando and played some of the private schools that we ran the gambit over there. But I certainly applaud you for that. And we were talking, coach at MelHi was Coach Downey.
Yes.
Yeah, and again, Allison, I think played 1 year at Satellite when my daughter was like a freshman. She was about 3 years older. So when I read that, I didn't realize actually that she was coaching year. So what else? Let's stay with Melbourne High, your senior year. What else? Were you involved in other, activities, sports? What else took up your time?
No, I didn't. I just played soccer. I only did cheerleading in middle school, but other than that, it was just soccer. And if we didn't have high school soccer, we were back in club soccer. Right. So I was always playing soccer.
And I forgot to mention, were you a midfielder?
Yeah, I was a midfielder.
Okay. So we're at MelHi. When did, and I would imagine your dad, just like I was with my kids when they played college, when did you start thinking about the next level, before your junior year, senior year? When did that start happening? And what was the process? We talked a little bit about some of the sites you're on, like field level. How did you get that package of Sophia, Iorio together to go play?
So I would say I started thinking about it my senior year. My dad was definitely somebody that was like, okay, are you going to do it? Are you not? He also helped my whole team with recruiting. He was really big on it, my dad. So for club, we would travel a lot to like showcases where it's like tournaments that colleges come watch you play. We would do that a lot. And honestly, some coaches reached out to you. Sometimes you would have to reach out to them. But just like field level, that was a really important piece of it. That's where you just put film, like your highlight clips onto something, and any colleges can look. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I thought that was my smoke alarm. I'm like, oh, my dog's getting into something he shouldn't get into. And I tell you, I looked at field level, and I don't know if that was your dad, but I had never seen that before. And as far as
Gosh, I'm so sorry.
that's okay, as far as commentating, and then I think even like put you in a shadow so you could tell where you were. I thought whoever did that for you did a phenomenal job.
Oh yeah, mostly my dad, honestly.
Okay.
We would find the clips, and then he would like do like the outlines and
Yeah.
like it could be like the most simple things, like a pass, he would put it in. Like
Right.
it can be anything. So
Right.
I really like that because you can see any coaches that look at your stuff. And then from
Oh,
there, I would say just like emailing coaches
right.
just to like introduce yourself and be like, hey, like I heard about this school. I want to get to know more about it. Can we like set up a phone call? All that sort of stuff. That's like the second step of it mostly.
Okay.
So then I would set up a phone call. We would talk. And
Right.
then me and my dad from there, we would also mark down like pros and cons as they're talking.
Oh,
So yeah, we would try to like figure it out. And then from there, I
good.
just decided where I
Yeah.
had to go.
Very cool. What and and I want to talk in a second about the school that you go to in Division 3. I have a Twitter account and Instagram, and I follow a lot of individuals, and I see a lot of got to do D1, and then I see a lot of coaches, and more kids play D3 than any other division in college. Um, so where did the academic piece come in as far as, with my son, played 1 year of football, finished at BCC. He's now in the Air Force, where Devin played 4 years, and we'll talk about where she played at. So it was a little bit different. Where did that piece come in as far as, were you looking at the majors as well, size of the school? Where did some of those other things, distance where your family could come watch you play? How did that come in?
Um, Again, I didn't know where I wanted to go. I didn't size. I also didn't care if I was out of the state or in the state. Of
Okay.
course, I'd love to be in the state, but also I wanted to experience new things.
Right.
So, size and distance didn't really matter to me. So that was already checked off, and then academics obviously mattered.
Sure.
So the coach would tell you what they offered at the school, and
Good.
again, I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I didn't really care, honestly. And
Right.
yeah, that's like basically it.
Yeah.
We kind of
Uh,
cared about like scholarships and that sort of stuff, which they don't
sure.
give any soccer scholarships in D3, but
Right.
academics, which is
Good.
really nice. So
Yeah, and and it's funny you say that. I have a 9 year bachelor degree, so I understand what it's like to not know what you want to do and
yeah.
figure out what I want to be when I grow up. But luckily, after 9 years, I finished it. So what was it? And I just have to show you. I pulled this out of the closet. Let me make sure I'm using the same hand. Above my head here,
No.
I have Greensboro College, the Pride license plate. And for those that are watching that don't know me, my daughter Devin played lacrosse at Greensboro College for 4 years. Loved the area. Ends up still living in North Carolina, so I'm real familiar with the school and with the city. So, what was the defining moment on choosing Greensboro College?
Actually, one of my club players plays at Greensboro,
Oh,
and
okay,
like I really love it. You should reach out to the coach. You would be a really good person on the team. So I did, and I don't know. She kind of helped me mostly.
okay,
It's really nice there. Like it's really different from Florida, honestly.
sure.
The seasons are like crazy. You can it's really cool. So,
No, I think, well, for Devon, it was about the same. I think there was like 1,200 students. Maybe it's different now, which was about the size of Satellite High School. From Melbourne High, though, a lot less. Melbourne High, you had about 2,000, so less kids or less students. But the campus we really liked. Of course, the football field, as you know, is a little bit far away. And luckily, the lacrosse field is right there, as well as I think you play on the same field, the soccer field. So I did look up. Y'all had a really good year: 10-6-4, 5-2-2 in your conference. Funny thing is, my daughter's last regular season game was at Southern Virginia,
oh really?
which is my hometown area in Buena Vista. I'm from Lexington, and so that was kind of cool. It was the first time a Maharis had played a sport in that area since my cousin graduated in the 70s and my dad played in the 40s. So I saw that they actually have a pretty good. I saw you had a good game. It looked like Sweetbriar, 3 shots on goal. So and I saw you got a lot of playing time. So it looked like you almost played half a game. So it seemed like the coach did a really good job being a freshman of getting you all in there.
Yeah, he did. I did move positions, so
Okay.
a different position for me. He actually put me as left back or
Okay.
outside back. Yeah, same thing. And yeah, I was shocked honestly because I'm a midfielder, you know. And
Right.
then he put me back there. He's like, you're really good back there. I was like, are you sure?
Did you watch my film? Where did you get that? That was kind of like Devin when she played. Again, she played lacrosse or soccer for I don't know 8 years, and but got the lacrosse bug when it first came out. And same thing, played midfielder. But then when she got up there, and again, she only had about a year and a half experience because she got injured her senior year, but ended up playing defense. And actually, her senior year was second team all conference. So did you notice, you talked a little bit about MCC in Melbourne and some of the quality of play. What about stepping up to that college level? Did it, you always hear it's a faster game. How did you feel that, was it that much of a change or did you feel like it was just the next year up?
Yeah, I would say it was kind of the same, also kind of different. I just feel like there's more talented people that play. Like you
Right.
see different skills from a lot of different people. Like there could be a team and there's like this one girl that's
Yeah.
crazy good stuff. But yeah, it was definitely faster and I feel like we are just more like I feel like everybody knows what to do with the ball kind of
Good.
thing. Like
Good.
everybody knows what they're doing.
Right. Yeah. And that's good. And like I say, I think when Devin played, I think the soccer team struggled a little bit. Again, she graduated, wow, 2017. I'm getting old. But again, 10-6-4, you made the semifinals of the conference, which is pretty cool. I think I wrote down William Peace, you all defeated, and then Southern Virginia was the one that took you out. So what other things do you do in Greensboro as far as are you just taking like your basic courses now, or have you decided on a career, or are you still working your way through that?
I am still taking my prerequisite classes, but I decided on having health science as my major.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. The Devin actually took some of that. She's got her degree in athletic trainer, and I think she took some of those type classes too. So I guess they still call it the borough. How do you like Greensboro?
I do like it. It's pretty fun. I feel
Yeah.
like I've already found my friends, and I love that about that
Yeah.
and seasons and stuff.
Now, the young lady that you said, and I should have noticed that when I looked at your roster, if I saw somebody else from Brevard,
Mhm.
what high school did she play at?
Which one? What was her name?
You said, did you have a young lady that, oh, it was on your club that plays at Greensboro?
Oh yeah. She
Yeah.
lives in Port St. Lucie.
Okay, because I think I saw that because I didn't think I saw anybody else. And is she your same grade or a little bit higher or older?
She's a year older than me, but she's graduating this year.
Okay, all right. Um, so your family, I don't know if they fly to Greensboro anymore. We were frequent flyers with the Legion. I think there weren't too many games that we missed going up there. Your parents able to see most of your games as far as during the season?
My dad, he came up a lot.
Right, very
Like
good.
drove or flew, but he was always up there.
Yeah, it's close enough to where it's not that bad to whether fly or we drive 9 hours as far as getting up there. So as far as summertime, you're getting ready to go into your sophomore year at Greensboro. Um, Besides hopefully getting some R&R and enjoying the summer soccer wise, you doing any workouts, any conditioning? What are you looking to do? Because up there, of course, you play in the fall. What's on your plate as far as just kind of staying in shape and thinking about the next year playing at college level?
I've just been definitely keeping up with running and
Right.
stuff. I've been doing like 3 times a week. I go to this weight trainer. Which
Oh,
I think the last girl you interviewed, she also goes to him. His name's Avery Tucker.
oh, okay. For Sierra, yeah, I've seen some of her video. Yeah, awesome, very good.
So I've been doing him also 3 times a week, and then twice a week I go to this trainer. His name's Trey, and that's where we do soccer.
Okay,
And then on my own time, I make sure I'm running like every day
right. Yeah,
to
good.
keep
Yeah,
this up because that's
yeah.
really important.
And I'm trying to think because so fall sport, do y'all go back like about a week or two earlier for school, or I don't remember.
We go back August 12th, and then
Okay.
I think I don't really know what day, but a couple days we start school later.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it seemed like that's how it was for there. I know they had uh, a program. I can't think of the word right now, but where during your off season, the teams would go as a team and watch another team play. I think one time Devon's lacrosse team went and watched the baseball team play and support them. Do y'all still do anything like that as a soccer team? Do you go watch something?
We will not. Are you talking about in the summertime?
Or like during the season, like the soccer team might go to a softball game and cheer them on or something.
Oh yeah, we go to the men's soccer games all the time.
Very cool.
The girls are like dating some of the boys on there, so we're all.
That's a good stuff. So let me ask you this, and we talked about this a little bit before we started. So for young girls, let's say that are getting into college or into high school or maybe in middle school, actually, we're looking to add soccer to middle school. I'm not sure at what level yet. Yeah, I think soccer and volleyball. So we'll see how that goes. But you did mention a lot about being in club and stuff. So do you recommend if they start getting really serious to joining some things like field level or huddle as far as to
Oh, for
start
sure.
getting that name out there?
They should definitely start getting film and
Okay,
that sort of stuff. It's
right.
really helpful.
Well, and nowadays every parent's got one of these, so film is pretty pretty easy to get a hold of. And then what's your suggestion for high school students like yourself that want to play at the next level? It sounds like your coaches were really good as far as helping out, which I applaud that when a coach and same thing that you went through. We did a lot of emailing and calling and Devin and a few of her girls got to play summer up in New York. So that they went, I know what those showcases look like. They got the tents with all the college people in there.
Yeah.
Um, what advice do you offer somebody, whether it's soccer or another sport, as far as some steps to take to advertise yourself out there for colleges?
I would probably say like emailing. I don't like
Okay.
emailing or calling. Just try to reach out. Like you're
Right.
trying to get you. You're not trying to get them. That kind
Right.
of like
Right.
trying to impress you with their school, and you're just gonna be like, "Hey, I like you or I don't." That sort of thing.
Right. Yeah. Did you visit any colleges as
Oh
far
yeah.
as, yeah?
Another thing is ID camps. That's also really important. Going to like it's where you go to their school. They offer like 1 day thing where you
Oh,
play and they can just watch you. I did a lot of those too. Um,
very cool.
yeah, I did that for some of the schools. And personally, I don't know if I really like them because I feel like it's hard to talk to the coach and get to like know them well because there's so many people there.
True. I can, so I know a couple of times Devin and I during spring break went and visited in a couple schools. Did you spend the night with the girls one night and get to know them, that type of thing?
I didn't, but I know
Okay.
they do that.
Yeah,
Like,
sometimes they do. And like you, she had a D2 school in North Carolina that was interested, but kind of like what you said earlier, um, they had like 30 kids again, or young ladies. Devin only played a year and a half. She said, Dad, I'm never going to play.
mhm,
So if I'm going to go somewhere, I'd rather go to a D3 school and play.
mhm.
So I applaud you for that. And like I said, North Carolina is not that far away as far as that goes. So, well, listen, I appreciate you spending time with me this morning. It's great. Like I say, got a little something in common. If I get my hand the right way, got my Greensboro College thing up there. I think we talked earlier. Devin played club soccer with a cousin of yours, I believe, Rachel. So definitely a small world. We certainly wish you the best your second year, and We usually visit our daughter a couple times. If I'm in Burlington during season, we'll certainly stop over. And I told Coach Mike that we would certainly look him up. So I wish you the best in your sophomore year. Thanks for spending time with me, and enjoy the rest of your summer. All right, so that was Sophia Iorio. Again, a little bit in common. My daughter played club soccer with her cousin. My daughter went to, forget my hand right, Greensboro College. It's a great school. Again, close enough where parents can visit. And she gave some great advice to whether young ladies or young men that are looking to play at the next level, kind of how to promote yourself, how to get interested. I love that she talked about her dad coaching her. I've been in that position. I mean, what a great guy that took the time to go get certified, et cetera, because he loved the sport so much. So just a great story, a lot of things to share. And we certainly do appreciate Sophia joining us today. We wish her a great summer, a great sophomore year, and go Pride. This is Bill Maharis from Press Box Overtime. Hope you enjoyed the day.